Here, maybe. It's like a little swarm.
Like a swarm of gnats just came to join the conversation. I'm sorry.
No, we're not. We won't start again until those are gone. How do you take the inspiration that you pick up over the last few days and the next few days?
Yeah.
How do you take that back to your team?
Yeah. I have a responsibility to soak this all in and to share it back. And so when we go back, we do a whole series for our marketing teams to share what work we saw, what some of the themes were, and then we do a bit of a workshop to like how do we apply some of those learnings to the things that we're doing, because we're planning now for 25, 26, 27, 2030, and so how do we take those inspirations and embed those into our planning?
I love that. If you had one thing to tell yourself before you were promoted to CMO about what it's like to be a CMO, what would it be?
I would say the biggest thing is really having a focus strategy of what it is that you're trying to do now and what legacy you're trying to leave, right? So what is your remit? Are you trying to move the organization? Are you trying to move the portfolio? Are you trying to move brands? Because every CMO has a different blueprint by which they would deem their tenure successful. I think for what I would tell my younger self, or 2 years before I started this, was just be prepared for a wild ride. I think that when I started in 2022, the whole world changed, right? And so we don't have a playbook. Everything that's happening post-pandemic is new. So just be prepared for a wild ride.
When you hit those lows on a wild ride, where do you go? Who do you talk to?
I talk to you, Stacy. I do. I mean, first of all, we're not alone.
Yeah.
Everyone in our industry is going through very similar things, just at different times and sometimes at the same time, right? So I lean on a board of directors of peers that are going through similar challenges, or people who have been there before, and you are absolutely one of them. So,
it can be a lonely place.
Yeah.
Lonely because you're now a leader, so everybody's watching. So you can't, have a moment to roll your eyes or, have a let off some steam with a colleague in the hallway, because there isn't really a peer, so to speak, within marketing or within the broader marketing communications area. And then in terms of the rest of the C-suite, sometimes you feel like a little bit of a different animal around that table. Have you ever felt that? Does that resonate with you?
Absolutely. I think one of the things when we talked about trends, demand creation is something that everybody is trying to do, and everyone in the C-suite is looking at the CMO to create that demand. And so there's that expectation, but also the responsibility that can create that, angst and loneliness that you speak of. And that's where I lean on my fellow CMOs from other organizations, and we are able to have those, closed door conversations and have that time to just share what we may be going through, developmentally or, business-wise of how to navigate an area that, is kind of uncharted right now.
I think it's also one of the powerful things about a venue like this, because you see competitors coming together and having really rich conversations that are we would never do in any other environment. Is it the sun? Is it, the beauty of the landscape? Is it just all of us sort of being away from home? I don't know. But I feel like it also has this energy that it has collaboration and a level of vulnerability, of course, with your agencies and with your partners, but even with competition, which I think is a really unique thing.
Competition is good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Without competition, you don't have your edge, you don't have a North Star. And so I believe there's a mutual respect of, even across competition. But then the other thing is that, we are better together. If my competitors in my category are doing, strong work, that just makes me want to do, even greater work. And so I welcome, hearing from them and learning from them.
One of the things I always am so blown away by when we spend time together is how conversant you are in the product, the consumer, what drives the business outside of just sort of the front office pieces. So I think you're a real role model for how to have that really strong business first perspective, but say, okay, I'm going to bring my marketing craft to accelerate our growth.
Thank you so much. I mean, it really means a lot coming from you because you talk with lots of CMOs. But it is important as marketers, we have to drive the business, and it has to be business first. And the way that we drive the business is being the choice that consumers make.
Okay, where are we doing this next?
Let's see. Dubai.
I mean, yes, I'll meet you there.
Awesome. So
Thank
great
you
to
so
talk
much.
with you.